Today on the Dr. Phil Housewives Get Real Tuesday.
Michelle, you can't play the game that way or you are going to be alone for the rest of your life. You're shaking your head like I don't get it. Are you kidding me, Gloria?
The way Gloria treated Dr. Phil today was uncalled for.
I'm about to cry. I hate this.
Can you please refrain from cussing at him, really?
Oh, shut the up.
I want to slap the taste out her mouth.
Then
I want to talk to this father that got this girl pregnant.
it's man to man.
What the hell are you doing getting pregnant? Were you having unprotected sex?
Plus, be there for the first ultrasound.
That's heart motion.
And the biggest question.
Are you going to get married? This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
If it matters to you, that's what I want to talk about. Are we ready in the booth? Let's do it. Well, the work with the Dr. Phil Housewives just goes on. I want to focus on the women's choices in men and how I think that affects the rest of their lives. Now, I want you to think about the men in your life and how they affect you, because I promise you they do. Now, today, we're going to meet Rachael's boyfriend, Angel. I'm going to hear what he has to say about getting Rachel pregnant, because I got to tell you, I have a problem with that. I think it is irresponsible. Plus, I invited a very special guest who's been anxious to meet the women. Here's what you need to know so you can get caught up for today.
Previously on the Dr. Phil Housewives.
My husband of 16 years finally admitted that he was having an affair.
That empty chair is for her husband. He is coming here today.
I hate you so much for what you've done to our family.
I believe you both need to be accountable for the 16 years where you didn't have sex. I think it takes two to tango.
It's always the one without a man giving the advice. It's like,
God, you know what?
tango.
You really are nasty.
No, that's the truth.
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
If you're so into yourself, you don't give it.
That's your
fact.
reality?
It's the truth.
It's not the facts.
Yes, it is.
You don't know the
Calm
facts
down.
about
You're gonna calm
my
down.
life.
You're gonna calm down. I will drop you like a bad habit.
That's classy.
Oh, how classy are you?
Do you think this boyfriend of yours is the one?
I moved in with him.
I know you moved in with he and his parents. Apparently a real go-getter. You guys have no idea how much she has lied to y'all by omission.
I found out 2 weeks ago that I'm pregnant.
What?
Wow. I would love to be married one day. It's absolutely a dream of mine. It's been about 1.5 years since I've gone on an actual date.
I just don't think I want to handle any more rejection.
My own father doesn't love me. How's anyone else?
Okay, do you know how excited I am to be here?
You are so cute.
You amazing.
I've watched every minute of every tape of every day you spent with Philip, and I'm just going to have to tell you I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Like I was just like, I got to meet these women. I have to. I feel like I know all of you so well, and I just want to say I'm very proud of you. I think you've all worked really hard. Are you just as happy and proud of yourselves?
Oh, yeah.
My whole life has changed. I finally realized I want a husband. I want a family. Like, it clicked to me. I know what I want now.
You know, Philip's been on the air like 9 years, and I've seen a lot of women, especially a lot of people, get a lot of opportunity to do something like this with him. And man, a large number, 99%, really know when to grab on and just take in everything they can.
When I first came here, I'm looking at, I don't want to disrespect your husband, but
It's just us girls. Go ahead.
I'm like, who is this guy to tell me I need to change? There's nothing wrong with me. And then, honestly, opening up to him and him not being so judgmental has really, helped me become a better person. I stand up for myself, well, I always did, but now it's like...
Yes, you do stand up for yourself. Remember, I've been watching. Love it. Let's talk about Philip. Now, is he doing everything that you need to do, or is there something you need from him you haven't told him? Well, I just really don't want y'all to miss your opportunity with him one-on-one. And so really tell him what you need. Work with him.
I don't know what questions to ask him. I'm so lost. I don't know what to ask him.
Start right there. Tell him. Let him help you. He can do it.
Yeah.
Use him. Tell him you're lost. Will you do that?
Yeah.
Look what the cat did. Yeah, look what the cat drug in.
My ears are burning.
Have you been listening?
Some.
I don't know if you heard, because I'm sure you weren't back there listening.
We're good. We're good.
I think we have an agreement, right?
Yeah.
That you're going to tell him. Girls, thank you very much for your time.
you.
And for the opportunity to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
All right. So what'd you think of Robin?
I loved her. She's so cute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You said it made you think about being married.
I've been thinking about it all week. I want that part of my life. And I'm
So
like,
what are you willing to do to get that? I mean, that's the question,
no,
right?
you're right. Yeah.
You say you want to be married with kids, then I want you to be married with kids. I know, as sure as I'm sitting here, that what you're doing now will not generate that result in your life.
So how many people do I need to date a week, or what do I need to do?
You know how many you date and how long you do it? Until.
Yeah. Okay. And I just don't know how to do it.
She'll show you. She talked about this on tape.
Michelle changing her date 3 times? That's absurd.
Girl cancels on me 3 times. Do not let the door hit you in the ass. I'm gone.
I think Michelle's making excuses. Excuses are actually her wall of protection.
He kept like acting weird about the times, and he said that thing, and it pissed me off.
I could totally teach Michelle my philosophy when it comes to men. You have to go through a million to get that 1 in a million. So let loose, let her hair down, and climb over that wall with a short skirt. And just be ready, because when you're ready, I'm there for you, girl. Let's go out, let's party, let's get some free drinks on the men and some food.
You're
Get
hilarious.
some free drinks and some food.
You're hilarious.
That's how you gotta do it.
But you know what I like about what she said?
She's having fun.
That's exactly right. She
I
just
know.
said, you know what? The journey itself can be fun as well as getting to the destination.
Well,
You feel rejected from the key man in your life.
yeah.
Let me tell you something about your dad. The good news is it's not about you. That's about him. The bad news is it's not about you. And the reason that's bad news is since you didn't cause it, you can't fix it. But you have taken this on personally. You've said, I know the pain of rejection, particularly from a male, and I don't want to be in that situation again. You can't play the game that way, or you are going to be alone for the rest of your life.
I'm not going to do that, though. I'm not going to live my life like that.
You have to decide you're not going to do it and
I'm not
behave
going
your
to.
way out of it. You have the ability to give. You have the ability to commit. You have the ability to care. You have all of those things. Now, does that mean somebody's not going to break your heart? No. There are no guarantees. But you don't want to spend your life sitting on the sidelines.
No.
If you knew, Jennifer, if you knew back then what you know now, that he was going to cheat on you, that he was going to break your heart, that he was going to make a mockery of what you called a marriage, I'm guessing that because of the children, that this is a journey you would still embark on.
The only thing good that's come out of my marriage is my son. That's my life.
How big a deal is that?
That's
though?
huge. That's huge.
Would you go through this for that? To have
Yeah,
that
I would go
wonderful
through any.
child?
Absolutely.
Of course you would. The difference is you should have thrown the flag on this marriage years ago.
Right.
I mean, after 2 or 3 years of no sex with your husband, instead you just kind of, rocked along. Weeks turned into months, months turned into years, and here you sit. Why did you tell Robin you're lost?
Coming up.
I don't feel like there's anything out there for me. What am I supposed to do? I'm just so scared. I'm so scared. I've never been so scared in my life.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I had a drug problem, but I've been clean for 4 months. I want my mom to trust me.
You're not worthy of trust. You're doing Xanax, cocaine, and marijuana. Other than that, you're clean.
The heartbreaking reason for one teen's drug use.
I just need to know what the truth is.
And another teen's secret life.
You want to tell your parents.
I'm sick of living a lie.
Teenage confessions.
The reason I brought you here is...
That's tomorrow. We now return to the Dr. Phil Housewives Get Real Tuesday.
Why did you tell Robin you're lost?
I feel like I'm wasting my opportunity with you because I don't know what questions to ask. I envy Michelle.
You envy me.
I envy your life
Why?
so much. You're independent. You've done a great job. You really have.
I think you always want what you don't have.
That is not true, what you just said.
What?
You always want what you don't have. You want what you have. You just want more, and that's okay.
That's true.
And what I'm saying to all of y'all is we don't know how much time we have left together. Don't you waste a minute of it. You're wasting time for you personally.
I agree, and I don't want to waste time. That's the point. I want to know what to ask you. I want to know, my emotions are everywhere.
If you were in her situation where you didn't need one thing from that man, not a roof, not a paycheck, not child support, would you be gone? Are you staying because you believe that you're 50 and have no options?
Yes. Yes.
But for that,
Yes.
you would tell him he had his chance, hit
Kiss
the
my
road.
ass.
Then own that.
You're scared.
It's scary.
That's what I mean about wasting time. Because I'm going to tell you what I see when I look at you. I see somebody that is, I don't know, spent how many years in a marriage?
16.
Settling for what you didn't want.
Yeah.
And I think you are so damn mad at yourself
I'm furious.
that you could absolutely scream. You're mad at him, but you look back and say, what in the hell was I thinking?
Oh, I'm mad at myself.
I settled for what I didn't want.
Yeah.
And what makes it even worse is I'm doing it again because I'm scared to death. If I even say it out loud, then I'm alone.
Yep.
I'm alone because he ain't much, but he's all I got.
Yeah.
Now, how come I know that and you're not saying it?
Because it's okay. I don't want to be alone. I really don't. And I see what you're going through at 30. And I'm 50 and I'm out of shape. I don't have a career. I don't have a bank account. I don't have anything. And if I leave, I'm homeless. Okay? I don't have many options.
Jennifer's trapped because she want to be trapped. If you're unhappy, pack your up and go. I understand you don't want to be homeless, but you have family. You have us, friends.
If I don't have to deal with it, then I can just keep going.
That's what you did, right? How many years were you married?
16.
How long's it been since he came to you and wanted to have sex with you before you caught him cheating?
We stopped having sex the day I learned I was pregnant. 6 days after we were married.
15 years you walked around that house feeling rejected.
I thought that I was just so unattractive. I don't feel like there's anything out there for me. What am I supposed to do? I don't have any money. I don't have a place to go. I have kids I'm raising. You bet you're grateful he's still there. Well, I got these kids. Yes.
How's he treating you?
Better than he's ever treated me.
How's he treating you?
But that's not saying a lot, is it?
No?
No, he's treating me.
No, I mean, this is not about set your standards really low, shoot at the curb, and everything else is gravy. Are you kidding me?
Where's your
What
ring
is
at?
that? It's better than he wouldn't touch you for 15 years? No. Does that mean he pats you on the back when you go by in the hall? What does it mean he's treating you better than he ever has?
That's not even what I care about anymore.
You turn your back on yourself, but there are limits.
Yeah.
Because there's limits to just how much of this charade you're willing to play.
It's hard for me to constantly say I love you and he'll call me these cutesy little names now, and I just want to tell him to shove it. Yeah.
Why?
It just seems so phony, you know? It's like, you don't really feel that way about me. I haven't changed. I'm so scared. I've never been so scared in my life.
Then that's where you begin. You look at me and you say, Dr. Phil, I am so scared, I don't even want to say out loud what my reality is. Do you see anybody here running away?
No, but these people, oh my God, I know that they've all bonded. They're having a great time together, and I don't feel part of it because I don't feel happy.
I tried to bond with you, but I'm gonna be
sweetie,
honest,
no, you are great.
I just want to put that, I have tried to bond with you, but you're very close.
Yeah,
You won't allow anyone to get to you. So I have reached out to you.
Oh, you have, and you've been wonderful. And it's not you, it's me again. I mean, I'm just so miserable. And these people are getting better, and I don't want to bring them down.
In your world, right now, is there any other time, any other place you go where you have this much focus and this much offer for help?
No.
Then isn't this exactly the place to be talking about this? Because we're here together, I don't believe anybody can get what they need if everybody else doesn't get what they need.
Dr. Phil, I would like you to tell me what you think I'm not putting on the table.
Coming up.
Gloria, I'm playing you at your own game.
I am not playing a game here.
I'm not interested in this exchange.
I'm not Gandhi. I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm not Mother Teresa. I don't have complete control. I don't have this problem in my real life.
The last time you saw Alexandra.
Have you remained 100% drug-free during this pregnancy?
I've been drug-free.
Her world was unraveling.
Can you bring somebody in here to escort my mom out?
The baby was born addicted to drugs.
Now,
You're broke, you're homeless, you've lost your children, and even Tony's gone. What the hell happened?
coming next week. We now return to the Dr. Phil Housewives Get Real Tuesday.
Dr. Phil, I would like you to tell me what you think I'm not putting on the table.
I have some ideas about that, but I would rather you tell me than me tell you. What I know is that you seem to go to great lengths to keep the focus off of what you need.
I think it's because the dynamics with some of the women in here became very unsafe for me. And I did not feel comfortable.
What's your ownership in that?
I own some of it. I certainly don't own all of it.
Of course you don't, but there are no victims. I mean, everybody has...
I'm not a victim. I'm just telling you, it didn't feel safe.
Everybody has a role.
I got you. I'm very sensitive, and if I'm going to put my stuff on the table, what it felt like to be married for 14 years, and how lonely and scared I was leaving, and how a lot of men have died in my life. I didn't feel comfortable laying all that on the table when everything I said there was a really negative reaction to. I didn't feel like I would get the support.
But Gloria, I didn't say, oh, Gloria, I'm putting my foot. I was like, oh my God, that's sad. Every time when we gave you a negative reaction is because your comments were negative.
I honestly don't believe that I am 100% responsible for eliciting some of the reactions.
Okay, I want to play a piece of tape.
I was stretching. I'd put my legs up on the counter because it's hip height. Kim walked in the room and insulted me for no reason.
Why do you put your feet on the counter? That's gross.
And I thought, well, if we're going to talk about the crimes we're committing in our lives, mine's pretty benign.
Why don't you raise your kids properly, Kim? That's gross.
I put my feet on the counter, but you don't raise your kids.
I think she's just a very envious person.
See, it's like, how could I possibly put my stuff on the table when I'm so misunderstood?
I just find
this is my
disturbed person.
But
you
this
stir
is
more
this
drama
is my
than
point.
you do put anything on the table.
Everything
I've been
here.
trying with you, Alana. I don't know why you just
Okay, everybody
resist
stop.
and attack me.
I didn't
No,
attack
stop.
you. I just said you put up more drama.
You just. Try not
She's
using the you.
bipolar.
Okay,
Just
stop.
diagnose her.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Some way or another, we always talk about in-the-moment conflict and drama instead of what really is important to you.
Did you hear what both these women just said about me?
Yeah, and I
Do you think it feels safe to me to put my feelings on the floor when I was just called bipolar, loves the drama, disturbed, envious?
But we all get...
We called everybody
You
something in this
insulted
room.
everybody in this room.
I think this is a comfort zone, not just for you, but for the whole group. Let's just snipe back and forth. And now, come on. Well, now, you're shaking your head like I don't get it. Are you kidding me, Gloria? You're talking to this woman who comes in and takes a shot at you for putting your foot on the counter or something like that. And you go for the juggler in response. Juggler is, you're talking about this. How about the way you raise your kids laying in bed and not taking care of them? Do you take any responsibility for just going for the most hurtful juggler you can if somebody pushes on you?
Rarely. I go below the belt rarely.
Oh.
Yeah.
We should play the tapes.
Yeah, you need to see yourself.
Okay, you know what? I believe that what they're perceiving as going below the jugular is sometimes when I point out my perception about them or just give my insight.
Answer this honestly. When you say to her, okay, you want to criticize where I'm putting my foot, I'm going to tell you what a no-good, rotten, irresponsible mother you are.
Mm-hmm.
What response do you predict when you say that?
A gnarly negative one. What do you think? I don't think she's going to say, thanks for saying that, Gloria. Let's work this out.
Okay, so you do then know and acknowledge that you are taking it over the cliff when you say that.
It will, but I don't, that was a moment, and I don't do that all the time. I had been fed up, and she walked in, I was doing my thing, I had made coffee for everybody, and has to shoot a negative comment at me.
It wasn't negative.
No,
Like, it wasn't.
gross. Why is your feet on the counter?
You have no home training. Who puts their feet on the counter that people eat off of?
Yeah, it wasn't just me. I mean, it was discussed by other women. I was just the one that brought it up.
But my point is, you say the dynamic here has been very combative with some of the people here. And I ask you, how much of that do you take responsibility for?
I think some people found their voice when Alana was very judgmental. Other people jumped in, and it became like a gang mentality.
So you think I influenced the way they think about you? No.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Gloria, I'm playing you at your own game. You don't like it.
I'm not playing a game
It's
here.
a game you're playing, and guess what? I figured it out, so I'm playing the same game you play with me.
It's exhausting.
Okay, but wait a minute.
It's exhausting.
See, this is my point. I'm not interested in this exchange.
Nor am I.
I'm not interested in it, but you engage in it. You engage in it every time. And
that's why I shut up, Dr. Phil, so I don't have to engage in it.
It's not
because
about
no, I don't have complete control. I'm not Gandhi. I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm not Mother Teresa. I don't have complete control. And when she says about me, it pisses me off.
You say
so if I just shut up, then they don't say about me. I don't have this problem in my real life.
So you're two people then? So you're this person here, and then you're somebody else when you leave?
No, if I leave and I'm in a room full of
the world is
hostile...
not like that, though. The world is
God,
not
I love it when you tell me what the world's about, Rachel.
Because, hello,
I love
wake
it.
up.
I love it.
Wake up. The world is not all like pillows and flowers and rainbows.
When you're 45 years old and you've made your life and you make your own decisions
I have
and
made
you
my
become
life now.
successful,
Just because I'm not 45, just because I'm not 50 years old or however old you are, doesn't mean I have to lead my life.
I have created a life. You know what? Life is what you create it, Rachel.
Exactly. So create this. That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay, that was insightful.
Do you believe that you are condescending to her?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and what do you expect the result of that to be?
More argument. I'm not stupid.
But then why do you do it? What's the point? What do you gain from it?
Nothing,
again, be
because
selfish.
I get in the moment and I get reactive.
People don't do things in a pattern if they don't get a payoff for it. Listen to what I said. You don't do things in a pattern if you don't get a payoff for it. What is your payoff?
Coming up.
I'm about to cry. I hate this.
Can you please refrain from cussing at him? Really, this is
shut the up.
We now return to the Dr. Phil Housewives Get Real Tuesday.
Do you believe that you are condescending to her?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and what do you expect the result of that to be?
More argument. I'm not stupid.
But then why do you do it? What is your payoff?
What's my payoff right now? There isn't one. I'm about to cry. hate this.
That's not true. You wouldn't do it.
I hate this.
You wouldn't say things to her to level her. You wouldn't say things to her to condescend her if you weren't getting a payoff for it. Is it?
No, there's
what's
no
the
payoff. There is no, what's the payoff? I'm sitting here feeling miserable. What's the payoff?
Well,
you tell me.
Okay.
Can you please refrain from cussing at him? Really, this is a distinct. Because you're pissing me off. You don't talk to people like that.
I am not disrespecting Dr. Phil.
He doesn't deserve that, and that's really pissing me off. The way Gloria treated Dr. Phil today was uncalled for. You have the kindest man I've ever met treat you with nothing but dignity and respect, and then you turn and cuss at him? I mean, wow. I want to slap the taste out of her mouth.
You asked me to tell you what's the payoff. Number one, we're not talking about what really matters to you. Number two,
what really matters to me?
Maybe it's a feeling of power that you get from venting.
No. I feel actually embarrassed, humiliated, weak.
Look, Gloria, you don't go stick your hand in a blender except once.
Dr. Phil, I
because
don't
if it
feel
hurts, you don't do it.
From it. I don't like the behavior in myself. I don't like these women. I don't trust these women, some of these women, not all of these women. And I'm uncomfortable around them. I can't talk about the things that really, really hurt me. It's not safe.
You choose to condescend to her because she is young and naive in your view.
Because she's not making any sense to me.
I'm not, it doesn't matter. You don't listen anyways. It's like talking to a brick wall. Right.
So therefore, she has no value.
I didn't say she doesn't have any value.
You didn't let me finish the sentence. She has no value in talking to you about how the world works. I mean, that's the tone that I get, is don't tell me. I've been out there in the world. I'm a single mother fighting my way through, doing the battles, and you're going to tell me about life? Shut up.
That's absolutely 100% what I think.
Again, what do you expect her energy for you to be?
Okay, well, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to contribute to a few people here, so therefore the whole project's going to go down the drain.
Girl, please. Please.
No,
Please.
Can we gain from everybody we meet in life? Absolutely. I've learned from Rachel, well, kind of what not to do. I'm not going to trust the women that I don't trust here. It's not going to change. I'm just done.
Did it ever occur to you that the common denominator to every one of these conflicts is you?
I'm not saying I'm a victim here. I'm not a victim here. I'm accountable.
I don't want you to give your power away and check your agenda off because of a dynamic you've created with some of these people in this room.
I'm not.
I was afraid that Dr. Phil wasn't going to ever address Gloria about her craziness, and he did today, and I feel much better, but she doesn't listen. I think that you're not balanced. You need to balance and be calm. You want to talk to everybody about their spirituality and all that stuff. You have the most negative energy I've ever seen in somebody.
Do you guys resent that I'm having a conversation with Dr. Phil?
Coming up.
Angel's here. I want us to take just a minute to talk to this father that got this girl pregnant.
We now return to the Dr. Phil Housewives Get Real Tuesday.
I see how tough it is. You know, you're basically a single mother right now. You're a single mother right now, and you're getting ready to be.
No, I'm not.
Why? Because you're going to get married?
In the future, yeah.
To a kid living with his parents.
We're not living there anymore. We're in the process of moving.
Where are you living now?
Well, yes, we are living there.
So what you said isn't true. You are living there.
No, we are. Yes, we are. But I'm moving forward. Like, I know it's going to be hard. But I'm...
Well, he's here. You know, Angel's here. I want us to take just a minute to talk to this father that got this girl pregnant. How you doing?
Good, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. Dr. Phil.
Angela.
Have a seat.
Hey, I was like gearing up, like, okay, what's going on today? You know, like, ooh, Angel. But actually when he came out, I seen a little young boy, defenseless.
help with.
Has she told you what my position was on her being pregnant?
Yeah,
and you getting her pregnant?
Yeah, she's mentioned that, and
what'd she mention?
That you, I guess, don't approve of it, and that I should have been more responsible with my thinking. And...
Yeah, because I'll just summarize it for you. I think it's a higher form of irresponsible insanity for somebody that has no career, living with their parents, to get somebody that has no career, living with you with their parents, to get pregnant. I mean, in this day and time, with the birth control we have, the awarenesses and education that we have, what the hell are you doing getting pregnant?
We weren't trying to be irresponsible. You
just were. So you allowed him to have unprotected sex with you, knowing that you very likely could and would get pregnant.
Yeah, I think because I've always been responsible. Now I wasn't, because I taught like safe sex in college. I worked with Planned Parenthood, so I know all about birth control and all that. I was an advocate for them, so I know, and I wasn't, because I was okay if I became a mom.
Well, the cobbler's children have no shoes, I guess.
Well, I was okay if it happened, it happened. Like, so I was okay if I got pregnant, I got pregnant.
You were?
Yeah. I know right now it sucks and I make no money, but I know there's an end result out there. And that's why it's like, I'm not stuck there.
You're okay with getting pregnant? I mean, does it ever occur to you that you say, okay, let me get some financial stability. Let me get some emotional stability. Let me get a relationship where we've planned and we've gone through premarital counseling and we've gotten married and we've created a household, and then have a child instead of just getting knocked up? Come on.
That would have been a lot better.
I mean, what happened to common sense?
Now we are taking full responsibility for our actions. What does
that mean? You taking full responsibility? That's real nice if you say it real fast, but what does that mean?
I'm not saying I have the greatest job. I'm not saying that I make the biggest, paycheck, but I'm doing what I can at this very moment. That's what a man does, and I love her, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well, I can't tell you how refreshing it is to me that you have acknowledged this, that you're there with her, that you're stepping up and saying, you're not pregnant, we are pregnant. But answer me this, as you think about what stretches ahead, are you just scared to the point of being spitless? Are you just cottonmouth scared about this?
I'm not scared, but I mean,
You don't know what you're getting into. I don't know what you can do. That remains to be seen. I'm pulling for you. But what I know is what you did, which was irresponsible. You say in a moment of passion or whatever, I get it, but that moment's getting ready to last you the rest of your life. If you're not in a situation to offer this child stability, that was your job to do. You didn't do it. So now you got to work double time to create it now. Are you going to get married?
Coming up.
We got you with a headhunter. How do y'all think she did in this first interview?
That whole interview was horrible.
Was horrible?
We now return to the Dr. Phil Housewives Get Real Tuesday.
Are you going to get married?
I do want to get married. That's our next step.
And that baby deserves the best possible care, which is why we set you up with Dr. Masterson, right?
Well, right now we're actually going to my first gynecologist appointment to talk about the baby and see how that's going.
Knock, knock. Hello, how are you doing? Dr. Masterson, nice to meet you. Are you anxious?
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous.
And are you taking any prenatal vitamins right now?
Yeah, I just take the one a day.
That's great, and we're going to give you some samples of ones we like here too as well.
Oh, okay.
Because also taking omega-3 fatty acid helps the baby's eye and brain development, so we'll add that together. And that white splotch in there, that's the fetus, and so it's in the right place. See that little flickering? That's heart motion. Eating really well. You just don't get yourself dehydrated, so hydrate yourself really well. To get into exercise things, swimming is great. No massage in the first trimester because there's some points in your body that can trigger like miscarriages. So even during pregnancy, you want to go to somebody who's familiar with that. Okay. No raw meats, so no, tuna or steak tartare or,
Oh, no tuna at all?
You can do fish 1 serving per week, and the reason being, even though because the fish oils are good, but there's mercury in the fish. Well, when I talked with Rachel today, I saw that the baby was absolutely fine for her date. There was heart motion, all the things that we want to look for at a prenatal visit, and And so everything looks really good.
You don't have to be wealthy to have children, to raise them responsibly with love and care. But you do need to be able to meet the basics so your parents don't wind up raising your children. We got you with a headhunter.
Yes.
And we're trying to get her into a better position where she can utilize her education. How do you think that went?
I did my best.
Well, let's take a quick look at that.
I've had an opportunity to look over your resume and certainly have some questions for you. The first one I have is, what are you looking for right now?
Just any job where I'm either, a nonprofit organization, a private sector, public sector, anything where I'm just working with the public and I'm out there doing, leadership activities. I don't want to sit behind a desk and file papers, but I'm desperate just to get something good.
You have an interest, obviously, in politics and the nonprofit sector. What do you do to keep up on those industries?
I read the newspaper a lot to see especially what's going on with our local government.
Are you familiar with what's going on in Arizona with SB 1070?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Just wanted to ask.
Oh my gosh, I should be. I wish I should know the answer to that.
Okay. What would you like me to know most about you?
That I'm a hard worker and a go-getter. Like I'm really determined. I'm persistent. I won't give up.
It's been wonderful meeting with you, Rachel. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for meeting me.
How do y'all think she did in this first interview?
That whole interview was horrible.
Was horrible?
Girl, I'm desperate. I'll do anything.
I thought Rachel's interview was, she didn't sound professional. She just came off sounding like a 16-year-old girl, just trying to get her first job after high school.
Well, would you like to know what?
I don't think you saw all of it.
Well, but
she
I'll
probably,
tell you what.
okay.
I'll tell you what.
Let's
If
hear
you
what
want to whine about it, you can whine about it, or you can learn from it.
Yeah, let's hear what she
She did see all of it.
Yeah.
The woman that was there saw all of it, and then she gave us feedback at the end. Let's see what stuck out to her, and then you can tell us why she's wrong.
First and foremost, the most glaring red flag was her desperate demeanor.
I wouldn't say anything that she asked me kind of stumped me because I was definitely ready to answer every question.
When I asked her about Senate Bill 1070 in Arizona, she had no clue.
That's embarrassing.
Yet she was telling me how well-versed in the public sector she is. It's a disconnect.
I'm a hard worker.
Rachel has a kind of nasal voice and it can be a little bit distracting. What I notice most about her, however, is her lack of articulation and use of a lot of filler words, like, Her answers were way too long. She could have answered every single question I asked her in probably a third of the time. Say what you have to say and then be quiet. That's always a good rule of thumb.
Well, I would say I'd give myself an A. I thought this was like one of my, best interviews.
If I had to give Rachel a grade for this interview, unfortunately, it would probably be a C- to D+.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm pretty desperate. It's pretty sad.
Wait,
I'm desperate. And I shouldn't have showed that.
What do you take away from this process?
She's probably right. I said that way too much.
Well, I want you to study this because she's going to work with you and actually coach you on how to do the interview properly.
I think I've just been so stuck in what I've been doing for so many years.
Did you hear anything I just said, or were you thinking about what you were going to say next when I said what I was saying?
No, I need that. Of course, I need all the help I can get, of course.
Okay, you remember how she said, say what you got to say and then shut up?
Yeah.
Is this the shutting up part?
Yeah.
You got some really important feedback here. You have excellent credentials. You're not presenting them in a way that does you justice.
Yeah.
You're going to have to raise your game. Guys, you got a lot of work to do. All right. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Next Tuesday with the Dr. Phil Housewives.
The photographs?
The mistress is revealed.
In this envelope is the pictures of the hoe that my husband slept with.
Let's take a look.
Oh my God.
Then
I want to confront both of you.
Oh, you bitch! You're out of order. I don't care what you say.
Alana takes on Dr. Phil.
Are you telling me that you're too good to be helped?
And the face-off that's been building from day one.
I want you to look at each other. Don't say anything. Eye contact.
What the hell? I don't want to look at her.
The best drama in daytime
Look her in the eye.
is on Dr. Phil. Next Tuesday.
Week after week, Gloria goes to great trouble to keep the focus off of what she really needs and blames the other women for her reluctance to open up. And to be honest, her excuses aren't going to cut it anymore. Rachel needs to grow up, and with a baby on the way, it needs to be soon. In fact, it needs to be right now. I'm going to continue pushing these women to step up to the plate and put their issues on the table. Tune in next week and find out who gets a $10,000 surprise from me. Our housewives have joined the Dr. Phil community. You can go to drphil.com, sign up, and read what they have to say on their personal blogs. And you can also find the housewives on Facebook. So check it out and be sure to click on the link to like them. Thanks for being here. So long.
Are you ready to have a real-life date?
A real-life blind date.
Hello, Gloria.
Hi.
Cheers to meeting you, Gloria.
Well, cheers to meeting you.
Thank you. You live here?
I do, but I travel to Costa Rica where I have a hotel and a surf school.
I've been into the stand-up paddleboard surfing.
Just did it last summer for the first time.
Did you?
Fell in love with it.
I've done the online dating thing. Did you ever do that?
I did. I do think that there's possibilities, but I also think there's complete nut jobs and nightmares to be had.
Yeah.
Both of which I've experienced.
Yeah. I wonder if we were on at the same time. I think I might have winked at you and you just ignored me. That's where
nice
it's coming back from.
Yeah, nice line.
What about getting out on some stand-up paddleboards?
I would like that.
Okay, what time should I pick you up? An hour? Is it possible to get your number so we can plan this out further?
Sure. I think Julie has it.
Well, this has been a true pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
How did you like him?
I think he is an amazing catch. I think he's a beautiful, articulate, athletic man.
When you said beautiful, does that mean beautiful to you?
He became more beautiful. I don't know if the chemistry's there, but it might be.
It's really all I ask of my clients is to be open.
I'm going to be open to it.